I'm going to share with you the style mistakes that I used to make that really held me back from finding my personal style. The first mistake that I used to repeat often was saving all my nice clothes for a special occasion. Now, this was similar to mum saving all her nice dishes for when there were guests over. I would do the same with my clothing. I would think that maybe a piece was too dressy for everyday wear, so I would just keep it in my wardrobe in a section where I thought I will wear it when something special comes along, such as a party, or I felt like I needed to dress up. But unfortunately, there weren't many of those occasions, so I found that I wasn't really wearing most of my wardrobe. So, one thing that I started doing was really thinking about how to make that piece feel a little bit more casual. And most of the time, it is just changing up your shoes or adding another piece that is a little bit more casual. Now, a great example of this is my trousers. Now, before, when I used to work in corporate, I used to wear these pieces to work, and I also used to dress them up for special occasions with some heels. But now that my lifestyle has changed, I love to wear my trousers with sneakers or ballet flats with a white t shirt. So that piece that I used to save for either work or a special occasion, I now wear in my everyday wear. Another mistake that I used to make was that I used to buy pieces that weren't color coordinated. So, what I mean by this is if I saw something that I really liked in a particular color, for example, a bright pink. Now, I may have been drawn to this color, maybe it was on trend, or maybe I thought I'd be a little bit adventurous and inject a bit of color into my wardrobe. But often what happened was that I would take it home and I would never wear it because I didn't know what to mix and match it with. So, not thinking about how the color coordinates with your existing wardrobe is definitely a mistake that I used to repeat often. So now what I like to do is before I add a piece that is quite colorful into my wardrobe, I like to do a quick Google and see which colors this piece would coordinate with and think about whether I have that piece in my wardrobe already. Now, ideally, I don't want to be always matching color with black. So it's pushing myself out of my comfort zone to see if I can make some new combinations with my existing wardrobe. The other area where I found it really difficult was letting go of jeans that no longer fit. It stopped me from buying jeans that actually fit. Now, as our body changes and we go through life changes, there will be times where we'll need to change the sizing of our jeans. And what fit me 10 to 15 years ago definitely does not fit me now. So, keeping those jeans in my wardrobe was not doing me any favors. So, what I did was I went through an overhaul where I got rid of all the jeans that no longer fit me and I purchased some new jeans. Now, what that did was it actually opened up a lot more combinations in my wardrobe because I was able to make use of all those basics that I had that I couldn't quite mix and match because none of the jeans felt right. And also, it gave me the opportunity to explore some new jean styles, whether it be wide leg, straight leg, and really change it up from my usual skinny jeans that I had in my wardrobe. The other mistake that I used to make is not thinking about accessorizing. Now, this was an area that I sort of just left because I think I used to put it in the too hard basket. But when I started exploring the world of accessories, whether it be belts, earrings, necklaces, that really helped me inject more personality and more style into my outfits. It's all about exploring the types of accessories that you like the most and what you gravitate towards. When it comes to accessorizing, I find that when you first do it, it may not feel very comfortable because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, especially if you're someone who doesn't accessorize to begin with, which was me. So wearing a bold earring felt really different. But as with anything, as with growth, you'll find that if you keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and doing it over and over again, then it starts becoming more second nature. So you'll get a lot more comfortable with accessorizing. And the same thing with belts. Once you start wearing belts a little bit more often and incorporating them into your outfits, again, it's going to feel a little bit more natural over time. Garment care was an area that I didn't pay a lot of attention to in the past. It came back to bite me because I found that I went through so many sweaters because I would shrink them all. If you've invested in a piece that you absolutely love, then you should spend the additional money to get it properly laundered. Now, I've gone through many cardigans and wool jumpers where I've thought I can definitely hand wash this, even though it doesn't say hand wash. I've done a quick Google search and read that you can definitely hand wash cashmere or wool, which in some instances you can. But in the examples that I've had in my life where I have chosen to hand wash it, most of the time they have shrunk. And it's just a terrible feeling when you have invested in a beautiful sweater and you feel like you can't really wear it again because it's shrunk 2 sizes. So, my advice to myself and all to you, please follow the garment care instructions. Always read the label. And finally, the last mistake that I used to make was really holding on to pieces in my wardrobe, thinking that one day I'll wear them. This made the culling process really difficult because I wasn't able to look at something objectively and think, will I actually wear this again? Have I worn it in the last 12 months? Does it fit in with my personal style? I didn't really know how to make that assessment and ask those questions. I have actually done a podcast episode on how to mindfully cleanse your wardrobe, which is episode 4, and I will link this in the show notes. But really thinking about those key questions when you are umming and ahhing as to whether to let a piece go. And this will help you be a little bit more ruthless and move on that piece if it's not serving you. Because I kept that piece, it just really cluttered my wardrobe. I wasn't really able to make the most of the pieces that I do actually wear because the clutter of the pieces that I never wear were just taking up so much space. I really had to be a little bit more ruthless with myself and ask those questions and think about whether I actually had a purpose for this piece in my wardrobe. I like to do a wardrobe declutter maybe every 6 months to 12 months, just so I can keep my wardrobe fresh and updated and move on those pieces that are no longer serving me. So either going to a consignment store or putting them on eBay will help move them on and inject a little bit of cash to then purchase something that I feel is more aligned to my current personal style. I just had to remind myself that holding on to those pieces was just adding to the overwhelm of getting dressed, and actually having a clutter-free and cohesive wardrobe made things a whole lot easier. So these are the main mistakes that I used to make, and sometimes I still repeat these mistakes. It's a continuous learning process with your personal style, and it is definitely a form of self-development. So just be kind to yourself, take your time, and enjoy the journey. I hope that you have a beautiful day ahead, and I look forward to chatting to you soon. Bye.